Hello, my name is George and I'm going to show you what I added to my collection recently. I did a video on my PlayStation 2 games that I added. This time will be things that are not PlayStation 2. Firstly, I think I should put these out together, is Bad Company and Bad Company 2 for the Xbox 360. Now, I don't expect to be playing these online, I don't think they're up anymore, but I have a real soft spot for the story in these. They take all the things that are good about Battlefield, like the flying of helicopters and driving tanks and being in a little squad, and make a really nice story mode out of it. It's very cut down, although you are on very big maps. I really like the 4 characters that you play with. They're consistent through both of the games. And yeah, it's a really fun first-person shooter if you're into this kind of era where everything's kind of brown and grey, but I really do like it, and I had the urge to play the first one again, so that's why I picked these both up. Next is a PlayStation 4 game, Burnout Paradise Remastered. I own this, or maybe on 3 other platforms. If I think I've got it on PC, PlayStation 3, and I've got a digital PlayStation 4 version, but well, that just goes to show I really love this game. So having it physical and it's still sealed, it was important to me. I don't think I'll be opening it right now, but next time I play it, I think I'm going to open it and have a go. Next, another PlayStation 4 game. Well, not really. It's similar to the Burnout Paradise one, that this is a remaster. It's Red Dead Redemption Remastered, which I got this. I know now that the PC version has been announced, but I got this before that. Because it was the definitive way to play this. There was no PC version, and this one's great. It runs at 60 and it looks beautiful, even though the textures and the physics and maybe the mission structure are a little old if you compare it to Red Dead 2 or even something more recent. It's still amazing, and I love this game. This is one of the games that I can play simulation in, where I go out on my horse, we trot along, we just ride around, and at the end of the day I go back and I sleep in the bed, and maybe the next day I'll wake up and do some job or a bounty hunting thing, and I'm not even following the story. It's just, I just love to be in the world. The other thing that happened as kind of an accident is my son, who's he's 1.5, he caught me playing this, and I invited him over to sit on my lap and watch it, and I was sure to not do anything too violent, but I showed him the train that goes around New Austin, and I'm not into Mexico yet, but there should be 2 trains eventually, but this train, it just goes from station to station in pretty much a loop, and he loves it when I find the train. So I'll go up on a mountain near the track, and I know it's coming because it's on the map, and I'll wait for the train, and we're like, where is it? Ah, there it is. And he goes nuts for it. He loves the steam train. And sometimes we ride it. Sometimes we ride a carriage around, and he loves the noise it makes. So weirdly, and I didn't expect this, this is my son's first game like that he likes to play with me and enjoys. And when it goes on, when he hears the intro with the Rockstar logo, and he goes, he's like, ah, I know what this is, and he comes over and plays it. I've tried other games with him, like Pac-Man on Xbox Live Arcade and Gallagher and stuff like that. I thought simple stuff would attract his attention, but no, it's the photorealism of the Wild West that got him. But like I said, I'm not doing anything violent. I'm being a good cowboy in front of my son. This is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War on the PlayStation 4. But it comes with a PS5 upgrade, so I consider this a PS5 game. There's nothing on this disc. If you've ever bought a recent big AAA game like this on disc, you realise once you put it in, a 60 gig download starts, and then like a 30 gig patch. This might be hyperbole, but that's the kind of thing that happens. The only reason I got it was because the PS5 version was more expensive, and there's no reason if you have a PS5 to get that version if this is cheaper. I didn't actually end up playing it. I bought it in preparation for Black Ops 6, which came out this year, because this is a continuation of the Black Ops story. But I didn't need it. As soon as I played 6, I knew what was going on. It's not that deep. I'm sure there's some callbacks to stuff that happened in this game and in the previous games, but I didn't need it. I do like these campaigns, although the recent ones since the reboot of Modern Warfare, they've been hit or miss. Black Ops has always been strong, and I'm sure I will like it when I get around to playing it. This is a PSP game. It's called Lumines. I had this, and this is a repurchase as I've begun my PSP collection again. I actually played Lumines 2 a lot more than Lumines 1, but I had them both, and they're just great puzzle games. If you don't know what it is, it's like a widescreen version of Tetris almost, where you place blocks down, and the blocks come in 2 colors, say orange and white, and you got to link up the same colors in the longest kind of line that you can, or shape that you can. But the challenge is there's this horizontally moving line that once it touches the squares that are touching each other, they are set to disappear. And once they disappear, other colors will touch, and the line repeats again. So it's really fast paced. It's intense. It's not a puzzle game that you can play lightly. You're always moving, always twisting the blocks, and always dropping them down as fast as you can. The cool thing about this and its sequel is the music. The music being adaptive to what you do. So every time you twist a block, it makes like a sound. Maybe it's like a hi-hat sound. And that will be perfectly in sync with the music. So it's like you're operating a synthesizer or a drum machine as you go. The second one added actual music videos, which is cool. It's very, very 2003, because UMD technology and all. So I remember in the second one there being like a Black Eyed Peas music video that plays in the background while you're doing the puzzle, stuff like that. Really weird, but maybe the best PSP game. It never fails. It could stay in your PSP forever, and you can just use the PSP as a Lumines machine, and you'd still be just as satisfied, I think. Another repurchase here, Tekken 3. I don't know why I didn't have this. I thought I did. I just bought it again. Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag Tournament are my 2 Tekkens. They're the ones I played the most. This one I played when I was very, very young, and I thought it was super realistic and super cool, and it's still really fun to play. I remember the moves, although I can't explain how I do them. I know how to do a certain kick with Lee or Lei. Lore, I mean, sorry. I'm scared of fighting games nowadays because they're too complicated. I think this and Soul Calibur, where they're like kind of fighting games for people who don't like fighting games, but they are my 2 that I go to. And yeah, this wasn't expensive. It's just good to have it in the collection. Onto some Switch games now. This is Pikmin 4. This is a last year game, but I got it for my birthday. I think my mother-in-law got it for me. But we played it all summer. It doesn't have 2-player like the 3 had, which is the biggest downside of this. The 2-player in 3 was really fun. Just like the teamwork that went into it. Oh, and I mean in the story mode. There is a battle mode, like there always is. But yeah, taking that out of the story was sad, because I loved playing that together with my wife. But nevertheless, the reason I think there isn't 2-player is because of the fidelity of this game. The environments are big and they are beautiful, and very creative and very fun. The addition of the dog, whose name escapes me, and even if I did remember, I only remember the Japanese, which is Ochin. I didn't like it at first because it's like having the sprint button down, and all the pink Pikmin jump on its back. Even if you have 100, they jump on its back. But I think for the flow of the game and the size of the levels, it really works. I think I've liked every single Pikmin product, even that 3DS one. This series is solid. It never goes astray for me. This one with the addition of the ice Pikmin, and the like tower defense thing at night, it's great. They really round out the series, and they bring back purple and white for the main campaign, which I don't think they did in 3. I think they were only available for the multiplayer, but really, really fantastic game. I really love Pikmin, and I love Pikmin 4. This is Sekai no Asobi Taizen 51. 51 Clubhouse games, I think that's what it's called normally. Obviously this is a Japanese version, but it's exactly the same. What it is just a bunch of games, and this series existed before. This is just on the Switch, which is the most common and the most convenient console we've got. And it was a lot of fun. I played it over summer where I went and stayed with some family, and we had it on the TV. I think the biggest one is Connect 4 and Blackjack being the most fun we had. But there's 51 games in here. There might be more. They might be being a bit humble with that. But really, really fun, and just, you know, a staple of family gatherings. If you're into that kind of thing, I totally recommend this. Super Mario Party Jamboree. This game has been so popular in this house. It's crazy. I'm not a Super Mario Party apologist, but since they've come out on the Switch, every single one has been really fun. They've streamlined it in a way. They've streamlined it and made it the games snappier, and just the quality of life stuff they've added. Like, the maps are simpler, even though they're still as harsh and cruel, and it's a lot of luck. But when you get into a mini game, immediately you're in a demo version of it, which you can try out and just get a feel for the game before you do it. This one adds Jamboree, which is when a member of the Super Mario family will come down, and they'll give you a couple of mini games that you do, and if you win most of them, then Mario will start following you, and he gives you extra bonuses. Like I think every time you land on any space, you get twice of that, which includes blue spaces. So you land, you get 3 coins, and then Mario will give you 3 more coins. Or if you go to a shop, you get to buy something and then buy something again. The thing is, if someone overtakes you, they take your friend from you. That's the main gimmick, but the levels were so good in this. The shopping center one, we did that a lot of times. It's actually kind of complex. It's probably the most complex. There's several floors and shops, and every now and again there's a time sale where things go on sale, and there's a stamp rally inside the course. That one we did we did like a 30 turn round, which lasted several hours, but it was really fun and intense, and yeah, really good. Now that there's 3 on the Switch now, I can pick up any of them, put it on, and know that we're going to have some fun. The next couple are N64 games, and I decided when I buy N64 games now, I'm always going to buy them in the box, complete, because they look way nicer on the shelf than just my stack of N64 games, and also they'll probably retain their value this way, and they just look so good. This is a new one for me, which is Snowboard Kids. I've had this recommended to me before, and I really enjoyed it. It's by Atlas, which they're known for making unique games. What's unique about this one is the controls. They're very strange. Now usually I'd be used to like SSX or something, where you lean forward, you lean to jump. In this you can't turn when you're ready to jump. It's something you do at the end of a ramp. And also the way you turn to go left, I'm not going to have a good time explaining this, but you're pushing diagonally down to the left and diagonally down to the right to make your turns, kind of like you would if you were on a real snowboard. Again, I don't think I can explain it properly, but it's not naturally what you do as a gamer with a controller. You can totally get used to it though. You earn coins, which help you level up, which help you beat the harder levels. I'm near the end of this, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I just chose the average character because he seemed the easiest to use. The characters with the more extreme stats were really tough. It's a tough game, but it's really fun, and I feel like I missed out on this at the time when it came out. Okay, this one's called Denryo Ira Bo, which translates to Irritating Stick. This game I think came out on the PlayStation 1 as well. I think it's based on a Japanese game show, where, and you might have done this in real life, where you've got this maze of metal, and you have a stick, and you go through the maze without touching the sides, because that'll set off a buzzer. Okay, I've never played this before. I know it's quite notorious, but this came with Snowboard Kids, and the next game I'm going to show you, it wasn't one I was looking for. I'll play it one day, but it's still nice in its box and it's in good condition. And here we are, the next one, the last one from this collection that I bought. This is Super Smash Brothers. I did already own this, and I actually owned the box as well, but this one came in much better condition, so I swapped it out, and the old one is ready to sell. This is a great start to the series. It's way simple compared to what we have nowadays, but it's got a purity to it. I always played as Pikachu. Maybe that's an easy character, I'm not sure, but I know all the moves with Pikachu. And yeah, it's fun, it's timeless, it's great. Not much else to be said. Everyone knows how great this is, so if you haven't got it, play it please. Next I have some Wii games. This is Endless Ocean, Forever Blue in Japan. This is one that my sister owned back in the day, but I played it a lot. I never played anything like it when this came out, because it's so relaxing and so ambient and chill. Basically, you're a diver on a boat, and you can move your boat around this area, and once you've chosen an area, there's a big circle, and that's the area where you can go diving. It's all salt water, but there's tons of mystery and stuff, and tons of fish. You scan, you give them food, you give them a poke, and then you add them to your encyclopedia of fish. And it's got this Enya style soundtrack, very, very particular, very, very soothing, but really fun. I played this for a couple of nights when I got it, and yeah, it's crazy. There was so much good stuff on the Wii like this that, you'd say like B tier. There's a lot of like F tier stuff on the Wii too, and not so much S tier. But the Wii is good for this kind of thing, where it's like weird and unusual, but also really interesting and really fun. I've never played the sequel, which introduces more locations and rivers and stuff. And oh yeah, that's why I got it, because the new one was coming out on the Switch, but I still haven't played that yet. But yeah, really, really cute, really fun game. Another game on the Wii that I used to own, that I had to re-pick up because I was in the mood, is Ghost Squad. Now, it's still in its protective casing, so obviously I haven't played it, but what Ghost Squad is a light gun shooter, or, what the Wii perceives as a light gun shooter. And it's very Japanese and stereotypical Time Crisis-like, that kind of game. But I remember it being really fun, and I used the Lynx crossbow training device with it, so it's more of a SMG than a pistol. But yeah, more of these. The Wii actually really excels at these. Again, B tier. The Umbrella Chronicles one, and there's more, but can't remember them off the top of my head. But yeah, light gun games, super fun, and they are missing from today's catalogs because yeah, they're just not in vogue, and the technology, either you need a CRT or like a motion sensor like the Wii, so it's just not in vogue. Yeah, really cool game. My last Wii game that I got is Mario Party 8. So basically, once we were done with Mario Party Jamboree, we needed something to play, and I remember playing this once and really enjoying it, so we picked this one up. It's at the end of the chaos era of Mario Party. There's still some grimy stuff in here, and there's like a last level that you have to do ridiculous single player stuff to unlock, which I'm not going to do. There are some cool levels in this though. If I go through the cool levels, because it's basically Mario Party is the same. There's one level where all you have to do is go to the end of a long straight road, and this Shy Guy captain will give you a star, and then you get taken back to the start. So unlike normal Mario Party where you save up and you buy a star, all you have to do is get as far as you can over and over. So it prioritizes using triple dice and stuff. You use your money to buy dice. That was really fun. It's kind of unique. Another unique one is it's basic. Yeah, it's kind of like Monopoly. There are some hotels around a town, and you can go and invest in them. And if you're the top investor, that's your hotel. So every hotel you own gives you a star, unless the hotel gets upgraded to a 2-star hotel or a 3-star hotel. So there's this back and forth of, oh god, I got 9 stars, but then in the next turn, this character and this character bought my hotels. Now I've only got 2, and the back and forth of stars is insane. It's really funny, and you know, it's got that luck to it, and the unfairness is real. Sometimes you just have a terrible game. There's another one, really cool one. It's inside of a train. The train carriages can be moved around, and you have to get to the front of the train and buy a star. But after you buy a star, you go on the roof of the train, and there's all kinds of hijinks that can happen. Yeah, apart from this guy in the hat, and if you've played this game, you know who I mean. This guy, he's like the MC of the festival. He's really annoying, and he looks like he was designed by like a child, and it's not very Nintendo. And he just shows up to speak, and I don't like him. But otherwise, yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. I like it. I have some 3DS games here in the big boxes. I have Skylanders Swap Force and Skylanders Spyro's Adventure on the 3DS. I am missing Giants. I am quite a big Skylanders fan until Swap Force. I haven't actually played anything past Swap Force, but I do genuinely like it. And I was there when it was all the rage, and things were expensive and rare, and there was like a hunt for it. But nowadays, I do genuinely enjoy the Diablo style gameplay of these. I'm currently playing through Giants actually, and I'm doing it on hard mode, and I've got only a select number of Skylanders to make it extra challenging, because it is really a kid's game. Now, I've never played the 3DS versions, so yeah, that's what I'll be doing after that. Yeah, I'm glad to get these 2 characters though. I think it's Free Ranger and Rattle Shake. I don't think I've ever had Rattle Shake, so that would be cool to play with. Anyway, 2 more for the Skylanders collection. Here is, well, let's combine these. Here is 2 Harry Potter games that I've never played. I'm also a collector of Harry Potter games. My goal was to get all the movie games, but I've ventured out to a couple of spin-off games. There's Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, and this is the Goblet of Fire on the DS. No idea what this is like, but I like going through them, even if they're terrible games. I just still like doing it, and I laugh at the fact that they're terrible and enjoy the fact that they're terrible. We do not get movie franchises like this anymore, and we do not get games from movie franchises. They're either delegated to mobile games, or they are something else. Star Wars Outlaws is not, from a movie, it's its own thing, like that, yeah? I have played this, I just can't remember, and I actually played the new one this year on Steam, the one that Warner Brothers made, and immediately disliked it, and that's what made me want to buy this. So I bought it, I refunded it immediately. It was like a free-to-play game, and it had all the trappings of gacha or loot box, or just FOMO stuff that I don't really like. And the story mode was nothing. It was just text boxes and stuff. Really garbage tier game. So I got a refund anyway. Anyway, 2 more Harry Potter games. Alright, there's 1 more Harry Potter game, which is Hogwarts Legacy. I played this when it came out, and then I sold it when it was still expensive. And I thought, I won't play it again. It was a long game, and it was very Ubisofty, where you incrementally level up your glasses, cloak, gloves, hat, necktie, like that, and just not. You're very Ubisofty, but I sold it. The story was okay. I didn't really mind it, but what I really missed is the castle and the castle grounds, and the rest of the Scottish Highlands that you get to explore. There was one point when I just went walking in this game, akin to my Red Dead Redemption simulation. I would just go walk and enjoy the scenery because it is gorgeous. It looks so much like the UK and the countryside in the UK that, well, I'm from the UK. It really made me reminisce and miss that kind of environment. And I ended up wanting to do that again, so that's why I've got it. I'm not going to be playing the story. I'm literally going to be flying about or walking about, just visiting the towns, exploring the castle. The story is fine. It's good, and I can't believe it was made, and it was made quite well. This is actually a really good game. But I think the star of the show is the castle. If you haven't seen how big the castle is, you got to see it. It is so detailed and so intricate. And if you're a fan of the movies and the books, there is a ton of stuff that'll get you excited. For example, you can go to each of the common rooms. You finally get to see what inside of Hufflepuff's common room looks like, and Ravenclaw, which Hufflepuff especially is really cool, considering where it is in the castle and stuff. Also, there's tons of secrets. But if you think about it, it's a very violent game. These children are causing extreme pain to each other. You can even learn the murder spell if you go down that path. But anyway, really, really good looking game, and I can't wait to explore it this winter season. Finally, I got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which is a huge omission from my gaming life. I still haven't played it, but all I know is it's a good one of these, and it uses the PS5's SSD really well. I've seen videos of the switching between levels really quickly. Like Ratchet just jumps into a portal and he's in a new level, and everything's different, the entire environment. So this came out maybe either launch or very close to launch for the PS5. Again, looking forward to playing it. Okay, that's it. That's my whole lot of games. From here, I'm thinking about my top 10 games of 2024, and I'm thinking about doing 2 videos for this, or maybe just one long video where I talk about my top games of 2024 and the top games I played for the first time in 2024. I have lists for both, and I have interesting things to say for both, I believe, so look forward to that. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.